The Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo is one that took the Zelda community by storm, and for good reason. It is the first Zelda Amiibo we've received in almost 2 years, but that isn't the only reason it was so highly talked about. Not only did this Amiibo feature a hefty $25 price tag, it also locked a huge quality of life improvement behind a difficult to obtain Amiibo paywall. The pre-orders for this Amiibo sold out almost instantly upon its announcement, and it has since been very difficult to find. Those who were and are lucky enough to obtain one of these Amiibo are given the ability to teleport from the surface directly to the sky at nearly any point in their adventure. This Amiibo even grants players the ability to teleport from within the temples and dungeons themselves directly to the sky. We're not here today to talk about the Amiibo's price point, as other YouTubers have put out some pretty good videos discussing those points very thoroughly. A link to those will be in the description below. Instead, we will discuss the Amiibo's benefits as well as its potential flaws. Stick around until the end of this video for a giveaway I will be doing on the Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo in the near future. Announcement of the giveaway out of the way, let's dive into this Amiibo topic, starting off with the Amiibo's aesthetics. I own a lot of Amiibo, including the entire Zelda collection, and I have to say, there isn't a bad looking Zelda Amiibo in the mix. Some of the best ones in my opinion being the Ocarina of Time Link, the Wolf Link, and the Skyward Sword Link Amiibos. The Zelda and Loftwing Amiibo, however, stands as a paramount above them all. This Amiibo is way more brightly colored than the other Amiibo in the series, and it's extremely detailed, even down to the individual feathers of the Loftwing. It is a very beautiful and pleasing Amiibo to look at. But that's just looks. What does the Amiibo actually do for us? As mentioned before, this Amiibo grants the players the huge quality of life improvement of being able to instantly teleport from almost anywhere on the surface to the sky at any time. Notice I said almost anywhere. While the announcement trailer for the Amiibo showed us that we can even teleport to the sky from within Skyview Temple, I had the misfortune of discovering one of the limitations of the Amiibo, or a flaw of the Amiibo in my mind, firsthand. If you are a completionist, or just like to be fully geared up for your journey, you may have searched the surface of Hyrule for the Goddess Cubes, which can unlock treasure chests scattered across the islands of the sky. Inside Skyview Temple, all the way at the very end, half submerged in the sacred spring hidden behind the statue of the goddess, there is one of these goddess cubes. If you had the misfortune of releasing your Skyward Strike upon the crest in front of the goddess statue, prior to getting this goddess cube, you would then be teleported to the front of the Skyview Temple upon the end of Fi's dialogue. This means in order to get that goddess cube, you would need to backtrack through the entire temple all the way to the end to arrive at the spring where you can get that cube. Thankfully, you don't have to refight any bosses along the way, but once you get there and blast the goddess cube with that Skyward Strike, you may think to yourself, I'm glad I bought that Loftwing Amiibo. I can use it to return to the sky and continue my adventure. Well, this is where my perceived flaw enters. You cannot use the Amiibo in either of the sacred springs. Backtracking to the boss room, you will find that you also cannot use the Amiibo there, even after the boss has been defeated. You must backtrack to at least the room before the boss fight before Fi will allow you to use the Amiibo to return to the sky. Not a huge deal, but a flaw in my mind all the same. The next flaw is one a few more players may have noticed. Say there was a point you were at in your journey, I don't know, maybe you were in a more tedious place to get to, and you notice that you don't have the right items or equipment at this time to proceed. So you think to yourself, I'll use this Amiibo to teleport to the sky to create a fast travel spot back here, similarly to the way the travel medallion works in Breath of the Wild. You then continue your journey, taking special care not to use the Amiibo again until you come across your necessary item or upgrade. Then you say it's time to use that Amiibo to fast travel back to that difficult to get to location, saving myself some time. So you return to Skyloft and use that Amiibo to descend to that exact point, only to find that the Amiibo has no stored point to return to. It turns out that if you use any of the bird statues scattered across the surface after using your Amiibo to return to the sky at some point, it will erase that stored return point from your Amiibo, rendering it ineffective. Another small annoyance, I know, but one I'm sure more people than I have experienced in their playthrough, as this hypothetically presented situation actually happened to me in my playthrough. These two annoyances are both extremely small in my mind compared to the huge quality of life improvements that owning the Amiibo actually offers you as a player, as I believe it took a solid 5 hours off of my overall playtime, saving me time backtracking from whatever it is that I was doing all the way to a bird statue, to ascend to the sky, to fly to Skyloft, to get my item or upgrade, to fly back to the Pillar of Light, to descend to the statue I came from, to backtrack to whatever it is that I was doing just to continue my story. However, if you only want this ability for fast travel in Skyward Sword, then this amiibo probably isn't for you, as the price will be a little steep just for that ability. While the price may be a bit more steep than a typical amiibo, it does suck that Nintendo decided to lock this improvement behind that amiibo paywall. However, if you like amiibo, I strongly encourage you getting one of these amiibo. It looks really beautiful sitting on my desk, and I love to look at it when I'm writing theories and developing other videos. It is well worth the money in my opinion, despite its technical flaws I've perceived, and I'm sure you will enjoy it as well as I did. Now that you've made it to the end of the video, I have already announced on my channel a couple times before that I'm going to be giving my Loftwing and Zelda amiibo to a random commenter on my Zelda videos that mentioned this giveaway. This giveaway will only happen once I reach 1,000 subscribers, as it will be a celebration of me unlocking that community tab so I can interact with all of you wonderful people right here on YouTube. Comment on this video and let me know your spicy take on this amiibo and how you feel Nintendo has been handling amiibo distributions recently. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to make this giveaway happen and help me unlock that community tab. Until I get that YouTube community tab, I will be utilizing my Discord channel as a way to interact with you all. So if you want to help build theories, participate in Super Smash Bros. Competitions, have Pokemon battles and shiny hunt competitions, feel free to join my Discord. A link will be in the description below. I'm Brascoin. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.